individual pieces that have been written up for that. I know that the guys in India have worked on foundations as their main mechanism. And I'd probably encourage you to look at that and see if that might be something.
Roger and I are looking at that.
Roger, you guys are looking at that already?
He and I on the boards that kind of what we've been calling kind of for our elders and
Right.
teachers. Kind of
Yeah. Yeah, because I've done that, but I haven't systematically written it all up.
That's what I was.
But there are guys that are doing it.
like that. I've got some stuff, but I just wondered. I don't, I'd like to learn from someone else or see someone else. That's good.
Yeah.
Steve, one question that I think you may have been assumed in this conversation yesterday, but ruthlessly evaluating Luke 10 across the U.S., it's just not sustaining fruit. Maybe we're not doing it the right way or the way it should be done. Or we have a huge Luke 10 culture in NPL around the U.S., and we started to around in Houston. I think that's starting to shift as we've been focusing more on Oikos. So with the big push on Oikos, I think to what degree is Luke 10 still play? How often should that be done? Is that a good thing just to take people out and model? Is that something that you would say no in our training? If we do a training, should we just say no, go to your Oikos, don't worry about 2x2? I just am curious so that it doesn't get clouded, but also it doesn't get lost because there is a biblical place for it.
Right. For me, Luke 10 is my lesson number 10 for my short term. Because I want everyone to understand and do Luke 10. Because I always want people to keep your main feet in their oikos, but keep some feet in the harvest with Luke 10. Because there's coming a day when either you're going to harvest your entire oikos or you're going to get stuck in your oikos. So anytime you get stuck, or you're at the limit of your oikos for the time being, it's time to go out in the harvest and do Luke 10. So it's sort of a inhaling and exhaling type of situation in movements where we're looking at, are we at a stage right now where we have to emphasize more harvesting our oikos? Or are we at a stage where we're pretty good on our oikos, but we're getting stuck because we've run through our oikos? And there's going to be people that you never give up on your oikos for the rest of your life, but my goodness, if I'm only reaching my oikos, I probably got time to still do persons of peace. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's an inhaling, exhaling thing to do as a movement. And if you ever take Luke 10 out, you're sunk. You really are. You're sunk. Because that is where God gives you the gateways into new networks of oikos. And the men and women of peace, that's God's preparation to get you into new oikos.
I guess the question surrounding that is I guess understand the principle of finding the person of peace. We just literally never had any stuck from doing it a lot. And so it's almost like even if we want to find that person of peace, praying for it, really seek it, it's still not sticking.
Yeah.
And so we just don't know if we're doing something wrong or.
Well, where are the networks in the States that are seeing more success with it?
It's military
bases, huh?
It's very, that's one.
Military is not.
It's, across the U.S., it's a great blind spot right now. And I think it's becoming more and more aware of it. But across the U.S., the biggest thing that's pushed right now is GLT. And I know Philip and Chris would speak more into it, having just been at a network-wide gathering.
Can I suggest something that may be not biblical? I don't know. I'm trying to bring it up to see if it is. Maybe God isn't blessing what we're doing as Luke 10 because people haven't gone to their oikos. And by teaching, go find the person of peace. We're teaching them how to do that before we can teach them how to go to their oikos. And if people maybe we're in a season of that whole reaping and harvesting the oikos, and then when we get stuck, God will then show us how to bless the going into the new areas and bless that because we've been faithful to do what He told us to do first.
I think you're spot on. Now think about Saul of Tarsus on the road gets saved, he takes some time in Arabia. Of course, he preaches in the city where in Damascus. But where does he go next?
Back to Tarsus.
To Tarsus. Why isn't Tarsus on the 3 missionary journeys of Paul? Because it got reached while he was there. The Bible doesn't say it was reached while he was there, but that's his hometown. And so it looks like Paul went back to his oikos first, took care of business before he ever was called into the Antioch situation, and before God ever launched him from Antioch to the nations. And when he and Barnabas go to the nations, they skip Tarsus, which would have been the next natural place.
The first place they go is Cyprus, which is where
Barnabas is from. Exactly.
And Mark is his cousin.
Exactly.
I think it's a good desire because we're looking for those apostolic ones who will be sent to go. So it's coming, I think, from a good motivation.
I agree with you.
To teach and to train and to look for and to help people be that. But I just don't think we're going to even find those apostolic ones to go. And I think it's a mindset too for me of the ones who go do Luke 10, they're living as sent out ones.
Right.
You know, and we can do it collectively because other people do it with us. And I just
And remember,
carried that conversation before it's
NPL emerged from expat missionaries coming back and sharing these things in the States. And when you're an expat in a culture, you have zero oikos. And you really don't have much oikos here. You try to create oikos, but really what you're about is you're going to be doing Luke 10 because you don't know anybody. And you're trying to find anyone that's peaceful towards you, right? But I think when we're helping our believers that are in a home context, that's the first place they start. And I think you're right. I think God's going to start blessing our 2x2s as we start doing oikos better.
I introduced Luke 10 in our level 1s exactly the way you described it, as a connection to their oikos, that there could be someone that is a person of peace in their oikos, and they need to go find them. And I do part of the hammer as well, so I kind of use it that way whenever I'm rolling it out for a level 1 training.
But what I've heard Steve say now, instead of even teaching them to go find the person of peace in their oikos, to be that person of peace in their oikos.
Right.
You be the one that God brings the promise through.
Right.
Not go find someone else that will bring the promise through family.
I think it's both ends.
I
Well,
hear
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
The only difference I hear, because I hear you guys, I hear the need to find people of peace even within your oikos. The difference for me in be the person of peace means if Lacey's my oikos and she comes to Christ, let's pretend she's not my wife right now. Alright, but she comes to Christ, then if she's the person of peace in my mind, we're going to try to gather everything around her. Whereas what I'm saying is, for me to be the person of peace and say, Lacey, come on. Alright, Angie comes to faith, come on. And begin to gather people to myself to follow Jesus, as opposed to trying to do everything through them, is the way that I am seeing it.
Yeah, and the point I was trying to make yesterday was that all of the energy, effort we've been spending in NPL to go 2x2 into finding persons of peace, we need to transfer a lot of that energy into harvesting oikos. And start doing oikos 2x2. I mean, you don't need 2x2 to do oikos, but it's a great blessing when brothers and sisters say, I'll help you harvest your oikos. And we start throwing parties, and we do barbecues, and we do Christmas parties, and we do just, let's get together for coffee with my cousin who's I've been sharing with, but maybe you can share with them better, that type of thing. If we can start transferring that energy over to oikos, then probably we're going to start seeing a much higher conversion rate, a much higher retention rate, and then in the process, you're going to find some pretty forced soil types of people out there that are going to replicate the process. What I was trying to describe earlier is there does come a point where in that harvesting your oikos, you're going to finally start slowing down, and that gives you enough margin to then go 2x2 into new places to look for new people. Because we all have this much time that we can devote to discipling people. So I just think, let's think through how we can give our energies to harvesting oikos. Okay, we're going to pause there because I want to make sure you guys get to luncheon time.